What's up, everybody? Today we'll be talking about Haley Welsh, the Hawk Tuah girl, as she is finally getting sued for her involvement in the crypto scam. So last year I made a video on this. Apparently at that time she was able to weasel out of consequences by cooperating with the law firm, but now the law firm has backstabbed her, and after getting all the information they needed, they added her to the lawsuit. So we'll talk about that today and more. But first, a little channel update. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you to every single one of you. We finally hit 100,000 subscribers. The silver play button is in production right now. It should be in the mail in the next couple weeks. So a massive thank you to you guys. You guys are so awesome. And I do want to apologize for not posting for the last couple weeks. As you may or may not know, I got sued by a nuisance streamer. It's been taking a lot of my time, and that lawsuit is complete bullshit, but I still need to handle it. Now, we're going to talk about that later on in the video. There has been some very positive updates in that lawsuit, but first, let's talk about Haley Welsh. So Haley Welsh came back into the news cycle 2 weeks ago for all the wrong reasons. This is a video by Jamari, almost has 1 million views, and to make a long story short, her career has completely crashed. Instead of doing her podcast, because that failed, she decided to do some live streams. And at one point, she was live streaming to 9 viewers. Keep in mind, this woman used to have millions and millions of views on her podcast. It was one of the top podcasts in the country. And now she can barely crack double digits when it comes to live viewers. I have an extension on my browser that calculates how a video is performing, and her videos are performing 0% of their usual numbers. Now, I've never seen that before. On my channel, for example, I'll have a couple 0.3s, 0.5. Not every video is going to do good. I got lucky with the Jack Doherty. It's at 4.8. But on her channel, it's literally 0% of her usual numbers. So her content creator career is pretty much over. She's cooked, and that is nothing compared to her legal troubles. Let's take a look. Haley Welsh, the Hawk Tuah girl, has been named in a new filing for the existing federal class action lawsuit against the creators of the calamitous meme coin launch that she promoted last year. The filing alleges that Welsh was paid potentially up to $325,000 to be a critical component of a token launch that promised features that it could not deliver from a technical standpoint. The new filing says this was no accident and alleges that the coin was designed to crash within minutes of launch, letting insiders cash in on the initial frenzy and then cash out. The social media star and podcast host had previously been left out of the lawsuit filed just weeks after the Solana-based token launch. Welsh said in a now deleted statement on X that she was fully cooperating with the law firm that's suing her business partners to uncover the truth. So this is a pattern that we'll see very often with these crypto scams, is that you'll have this huge disaster that's attached to a celebrity YouTuber, and then the celebrity YouTuber says, "Me, a scammer? Oh, how dare you accuse me? I will investigate my business partners and I will find out the truth." That's the same thing that happened with this woman, same thing that happened with Logan Paul. They play all high and mighty. They say they had nothing to do with it and that they will do everything in their power to investigate and root out the corruption. And in my opinion, that's just a diversion tactic. It's pathetic, to be honest, but let's keep reading. Berwick Law, the firm behind the class action lawsuit, previously told Decrypt that it intentionally left Welsh out of the case as it felt it was the most effective way to make its client whole. However, in the latest twist in the tale, Berwick Law has asked the court to allow the firm to amend the class action complaint to include Welsh, her manager Johnny Forster, and company 16 Minutes LLC as defendants. It also added new fraud allegations and is seeking an order to grant alternative ways to serve existing defendants, Clinton So and Over Here Limited, per court listener. Welsh's company, 16 Minutes LLC, signed a meme token creation and monetization agreement with Memetic Labs nearly 5 months before the token launch, the filing said. The contract said that Welsh would promote the token across all social media in exchange for $125,000 upfront with an additional $200,000 upon meeting promotional milestones. Mimetic Labs was granted a 50% lifetime profit share tied to the trading activity, the suit claims. These payments transformed Welch from a passive celebrity into a critical component of a coordinated marketing funnel designed to draw in retail purchasers who trusted her, the new filing says. And I just want to hammer it home that she gave them all this information. She pretty much ratted herself out. Now, if she would have been smart about it, what she could have done is say, you know what, I'm going to cooperate with your law firm and your investigation. I will rat my friends out, but I need a contract that promises you will not add me to the lawsuit later. She didn't do that. She just gave all that information, ratted all her friends, and now her dumbass is getting sued too. You really can't make this shit up. She is so incredibly stupid. But then again, what else do you expect from someone who got famous for her memeable blowjob technique? The Hawk Tuah token was promoted by Welch as a transformational cultural token, the new filing says, which would be integrated with Welch's podcast to offer subscription-style benefits. However, the token had none of the technical components to actually build this, the suit says. Hawk soared to a market capitalization of $490 million within less than 15 minutes after launch, before immediately collapsing 93% in value. The suit claims that this didn't happen due to mismanagement, but rather it was designed to perform that way. It says that insiders bought up large portions of the supply before selling 1.27 million in tokens just minutes after launch. The pseudonyms wallets orchestrating the scams were not random actors. Blockchain forensics revealed that the same wallets clusters funded, executed, or laundered proceeds from multiple other rug pulls, including Libra, M3, AI, and the infamous Trump snipe, the lawsuit states. The timing patterns, funding flows, and extraction method across these schemes are nearly identical. Libra was a token promoted by Argentine President Javier Milei, and it collapsed hours after launching. It has since found itself at the center of multiple lawsuits and legal probes, including one led by Berwick Law, which ties its team to First Lady Melania Trump's meme coin, as well as the M3 token launch, and President Trump promoted an officially licensed Solana meme coin in January that had its value tank a couple days after launch. Berwick Law alleges that these were all rug pulls and followed similar on-chain patterns to what was seen with Hawk. As a result, Welch has been named in the latest amendment to the class action lawsuit due to her role in promoting the token based on misrepresentations about the token's potential utilities. The influencer's manager Forster has also been named, as the filing claims he was responsible for Welch's branding, including the embrace of the Hawk token, and also promoted the meme coin himself. Finally, 16 Minutes LLC was added as a defendant, as it is the operating entity for Welch's career that signed the monetization agreement, the filing states. Honestly, you can't make this shit up. It's pretty unbelievable. The self-snitching is just something else. Like, lady, you gave them all the information they needed to put you in the lawsuit. Like, it's so stupid. But then again, like I said, it's not really surprising. So that's the update on the Hawk Tuah girl, live streaming to 9 people, facing a massive lawsuit. It's not looking good. But like I said earlier, I want to update you guys on the lawsuit that I'm involved in. I'm a defendant in it, and it's complete nonsense. For those who don't know, I was sued by this nuisance streamer called Denver Metro Audits. Now, this guy, in my opinion, is a very strange individual. He advocates for the viewing of pornography in libraries.
And have any of you heard of me watching porn in the library? I have, however, said that the benefit of banning it doesn't outweigh the risk to pornography in a library. Banning pornography, the benefits don't outweigh the risk.
And in my opinion, last month, he posted a video of him harassing a mentally disabled woman. He saw this lady, he got into a confrontation with her, she walked away from him, and then he followed her to continue the confrontation so he could get more clicks and views on his channel. Now, this video is truly disgusting, and even his audience called him out for his absolutely vile behavior in that video. And I'll leave the link to his video in my description, because I don't want you to take my word for it. Go check out for yourself. Do you think he was harassing this mentally disturbed woman? And then come back over here and let me know. But besides that, this guy, I've been calling him out for years. I really don't like what he does and how he, in my opinion, preys on people. And lately, he had a problem with me using his videos, doing fair use transformative videos, and he filed a lawsuit. So far, this lawsuit has cost me $24,000. That's why we did a GoFundMe, but I'll talk to you about that in just a moment. There has been a really good development because I was able to find a clip from 2022 where he appeared on my live stream and gave me permission to use his videos. He said, and I quote, "I am not going to sue you. I don't have a problem with what you do. You have your audience and I have mine." Take a look at this video from 2022.
I kind of lost my ways a little bit because I was, I preach a lot on my spiritual channel that what you resist persists, right? And that fighting for peace is like shouting for silence. So um, as far as like going against you and being like, oh, I'm going to sue you and all that kind of stuff, that's just perpetuating it and making everything worse, I feel like. So, I don't have any problem with what you guys do. You guys do your own thing. You guys have your followers that disagree with what we do, and that's fine. And I don't have anything against you guys. You guys do what you do, and I do what I do.
So I just found out that we still had access to this video in my StreamYard archives last week. So now that we have this video, I sent it to his lawyer, and my lawyer explained, like, look, you're probably going to lose, that you should maybe drop this case because my client clearly had permission. On top of that, he had written permission, and his lawyer didn't want to drop the case, even though he knew very well that they are most likely going to lose when it gets to trial. So in my opinion, their last plan that is available, the last ditch effort, is to hope that I run out of money and I'm not able to get to the trial. And that's why we started a GoFundMe, because we raised about $20,000 on PayPal. But then I realized, you know what? A GoFundMe would have more transparency. People can get updates, and it will just be easier to track for the audience and for myself to see how much money is coming in and how much money is going out. So if you guys do want to help with the GoFundMe and our legal fees, I really appreciate that. The link is in the pinned comment and in the description. You don't have to, but if you have a couple extra bucks and you want to help us, it means a lot. Thank you so much for watching. I'll keep you guys updated on both situations, the bullshit lawsuit from this Karen and also the very real legitimate lawsuit against Haley Welch. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.